So today is January 22nd. Let's see that. So 22nd of January. And this past weekend, I was traveling through central Mississippi, Meridian, basically by way of West Point. And between West Point, Mississippi and Meridian is a little bitty place called Crawford. And Jerry Rice, the greatest NFL receiver of all time, grew up in Crawford, Mississippi. He was born in Starkville, that little bitty place. It's almost not there anymore. The high school that Jerry Rice went to is not even a high school anymore. It's basically just kind of like wide open farmland, hunting land right there in Crawford, Mississippi. And it's interesting, I drove through there and I thought about Jerry Rice. And then I look up today, and on Monday it's the 22nd, and this just happens to be the day, January 22nd, 1989, that Jerry Rice from Crawford, Mississippi was the MVP of Super Bowl 23. Do you know the story about Super Bowl 23? That was the 49ers versus the Bengals. They were playing it in Miami. The Bengals were ahead during the game, led in the fourth quarter. The 49ers had this end of the game dramatic 90-yard drive in the last 3 minutes to take the lead and win the ball game. But the story of that game involved more than just that dramatic fourth quarter drive at the very end. Early in that fourth quarter, Cincinnati leading 13-6, leading by 7. 49ers had driven down into the red zone or near it, threatening to score. Joe Montana threw a pass in the end zone that should have been intercepted by number 24 for Cincinnati. His name was Lewis Billups.
Tries to come right back into the end zone, almost intercepted. Lewis Billups had his hands on it.
He gets the read here. Taylor driving inside, and Billups with good anticipation knows where that pattern's going to be thrown. He had it. He had it. You can't drop that one. That's your ball out on the 20, and you shut down.
Lewis Billups has forever been known as the guy who didn't intercept that pass from Joe Montana in the end zone. Why was it so important? He drops the interception. It should have been Cincinnati ball on the 20 with a 13-6, 7-point lead in the fourth quarter with all the momentum. Instead, on the very next play,
the throw is to Rice. Touchdown.
A great combination, knows exactly where the other person is going to be. Look how he hung that ball out.
Lewis Billups went to the University of North Alabama, UNA in Florence. I grew up going to some of their games, and he was drafted in the second round of the 1986 draft. Jerry Rice was drafted in the first round the year before, in 1985, out of Mississippi Valley State. When Rice caught that ball, stretched it over the pylon, they kicked the extra point. It's a tie ball game. It almost felt like a 10, 14-point swing, Billups dropping that interception. After that, he had some run-ins with law enforcement. He got in trouble at one point a couple of years later for pointing a gun at some undercover officers. He had 2 or 3 different domestic violence issues, and that led to him actually being in jail for a year. And in 1994, just a few days after he was released from prison, he was in a car accident driving his Corvette at over 100 miles an hour. His passenger was killed instantly. He was thrown from the vehicle and later died. And a tragic end to an athlete's life, and that frankly he's known for that pass or that interception that he dropped. And so back to the game, Jerry Rice caught that touchdown pass in the fourth quarter after the dropped interception. It tied the game. The Bengals went and kicked the field goal, took a 16-13 lead. Joe Montana got the ball back 90 yards away with over 3 minutes left. Took him right on down the field.
Rice has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana, touchdown, John Taylor.
And even though John Taylor caught the game winner, it was Jerry Rice who was named the MVP from little old Crawford, Mississippi. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, subscribe on YouTube, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/Radio Wyatt, and hit me up on Instagram and Twitter as well. I am Radio Wyatt there also. And before you're done, head on over and check out my friends over at RenaissanceNation.com. If you like this video, it's kind of a cool inside look at certain things, different genres, you're going to like what you find over there as well. Again, that's RenaissanceNation.com. See you next time.